welcome back to St. Peter's Kids Online. I'm so pleased that you have decided to tune in today, and it just would really not be the same without you. We've got a jam-packed service for you today. You may know that we've been looking at something called Can You Believe It? A series exploring what we as Christians believe and why we believe it. It's been great fun, and I've had loads of fun doing it with you, but we're just going to press pause on that for the next few weeks, and instead we're going to focus our attention on something called anxiety. It's a strange word, isn't it? And before you say, no, it's not my favourite chocolate bar, it's not a book in the Bible, and it's not the trainers I'm wearing today. Anxiety is a term used to describe anxious thoughts and feelings that something is going to go wrong either now or in the future. It's a bit hard to understand. I can totally get that, and it may be a strange word that you've never heard before in your life, but do not worry. Over these next few weeks, we're really going to explore it and look at it. So by the end of it, you'll be an absolute genius when it comes to knowing what anxiety is, what it looks like, and how you can better manage it. But before we get there, we've got to do three things. The first thing is I want to tell you a fact, and today's fact is, did you know that snails, little snails that you could fit on your hand, they can nap for up to 3 whole years? What? Mind blown! That's like a really long nap, like an after dinner nap, and then you wake up 3 years later. You were 7 and now you're 10. Oh, crazy! The second thing I want to do is talk to Jesus. So let's close our eyes and bow our heads. Father God, thank you that we can come today together and worship you, have loads of fun in the process. Be with us as we explore anxiety. Help us have fun in your mighty name. Amen. And the final thing, I want to introduce you to our worship track. It's going to be a lively one. Actions will come on the screen. So jump up, wiggle your tush if you need to, follow the actions, make them up as you go along if you want. Have loads of fun. And when I come back, we'll start exploring this really, really important topic called anxiety. Have fun!
Reading my B.I.B. early, and this is what it says to me. It tells me that I'm never ever alone. I'm learning how Jesus came down to us and gave his best. Without a doubt, the best friend you'll ever know. Our God knows exactly what I need, so I remember this. Let's go! When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. Oh, oh. I'm reading my B.I.B. early, and this is what it says to me. It tells me that I'm never ever alone. I'm learning how Jesus came down to us and gave his best. Without a doubt, the best friend you'll ever know. Our God knows exactly what I need, so I remember this. Let's go! When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. Oh, whoa. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. God knows exactly what I need, so I remember this. Let's go! When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 knock,
So anxiety, what is it? I mentioned earlier how anxiety can be described as thoughts and feelings that something bad is going to happen either now or in the future. Anxiety can come across in so many different ways, both physically and emotionally. It can impact our behaviours, how we see the world, how we see our friendships. It can make us not want to go to school. It can make us want to stay in our bedrooms. It can do so much. But what's really important is that we know that anxiety's main job is to keep us safe. Before we move any further, I just want us to watch a quick clip, and when I come back, we'll talk some more.
Ever wonder why you feel the way you do? Well, get to know your emotions. When the unexpected is staring you in the face, fear is there to keep you safe. With speed and wisdom, Fear assesses the situation and settles your nerves in his own special way. He's got this. Thank you, Fear.
So let's pretend for a moment. Let's pretend that in our minds, just like in the clip we've just watched, we have these little characters. And they all have specific names and specific jobs that they do. You may know some of them. There's happiness, and I'm sure you know what it's like to feel happy. There's sadness. I'm sure we've all felt sad before. But there's also hunger. Definitely know what that feels like. Anger, tiredness. But then there's this guy or girl called anxiety, anxious. What does that feel like, Mark? Some of you may know this already, but then others you may not. And what is anxiety's job? I know what the job of happiness is. I know what the job of hunger is. But what is the job of anxiety? That's a very good question. And so those two questions, what it is and what it looks like, is what we're going to try to answer today. Its job is to keep you safe. Just like in the video we've just watched, anxiety in your mind, when it sees something that it feels will cause you harm, hits a big red button. This big red button sends signals out to the rest of your body, telling it to get ready to react to the danger in front of you. And then the second thing, how does it react? Well, I think to help us understand how we react to anxiety, we need to do something. We need to go on a journey. But to go on this journey, we need to shrink in size. So to do this, we need to clap our hands 3 times and click once. So, can you do that with me? Okay, so everybody close your eyes, clap your hands 3 times, and then click. Did it work? Oh my goodness, it really worked. I'm really small. Are you small? Oh, that's so cool. Oh my goodness me. Right. Now we should go into the human body to find out what happens. Are you with me? Great. Follow me. Let's go. Whoa, it actually worked, everybody. We're inside the human body. That's so cool. Can you guess where we are? It's a bit difficult. We're in something called the adrenal glands, and their job is to send out something called adrenaline when anxiety pushes the big red button. The adrenaline will impact other areas of your body and make sure that they are ready for whatever is ahead. It's so cool, isn't it? I can't wait to find out what the rest of the body does. Are you ready? On the 3, I'm going to clap my hands and we'll be transported somewhere else in the body. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, it's a bit spongy in here. It's a bit weird, isn't it? I wonder where we could be. Do you know where we are? That's right, we're in your brain. It's a lot bigger than I thought, especially for me. Now, the brain's job when anxiety kicks in is to keep focused on what it thinks is going to cause you harm. So sometimes when you're anxious, you almost get tunnel vision, like you don't focus or think about anything else but the danger that you think you are in. And you may get a little bit of a headache because of this, but that's okay. It's totally, totally normal. Okay, shall we move on? Good idea. So this time I'm going to click my fingers. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa. I wonder where we are now. Can you guess? It's red and it's beating. No, it's not my big toe. It's the heart. We are in your heart. What happens when you are anxious with your heart? Well, it beats faster. Why, Mark? Why does it beat faster? Because your body needs more blood. It needs to get blood to the areas that it needs to keep you safe. So more muscles, your muscles will need more blood. Your vital organs will need more blood, so your heart beats a lot faster to get the blood around the body. So do not worry, you're not having a heart attack, you're not going to die. It's doing it to keep you safe. Okay, shall we go somewhere else now? Okay, on 3, we're going to clap our hands. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! This is amazing. This is so cool. We are now in something called your lungs. They're quite big, aren't they? Just so much space for activities. Now your lungs, what they do when you're anxious is they breathe faster. You breathe faster. You're trying to get more oxygen into your body, to get it into your blood, to get it to the rest of your body. Your bodies are so clever. So if you are anxious, if you are feeling scared and you find yourself like breathing a lot quicker, it's okay. Your body is doing its job, and how cool is that? Okay, are you ready to go somewhere else? On 3, we're going to clap our hands. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it stinks in here. Whoa. It smells of wee, like really badly. I wonder where we could be. Can you guess? That's right, you guys are so clever. We're in your bladder. Now what happens to your bladder when you're anxious? Well, sometimes you may feel like you really need a wee-wee, and that's because the muscles around your bladder relax. Why? Probably because it wants to make you lighter so that if you were to run away, you'd be quicker. Maybe. I don't know. But that's one of the reasons why you probably need the toilet when you're anxious, because your muscles around your bladder relax. Okay, the less time spent in here, the better, because it really smells. We're going to go to our next place. So on 3, we're going to click our fingers. 1, 2, 3. This is so much fun. Now, we are in the intestine. Now, sometimes when you feel anxious, you may get like butterflies in your tummy, or you may feel a little bit sick. And that's because blood is being diverted away from this place to other major organs in your body, all because it wants to keep you safe. Your bodies are amazing. So if you ever get butterflies in your tummy, we all get them, or you feel a little bit sick at times, that's why. And it's nothing to worry about. It's all so normal. That's cool, Mark. I know it is, isn't it? Okay, let's go somewhere else. So on 3, we're going to click our fingers. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, this is so cool. I can't believe we just got to explore the human body and how each area acts and reacts to anxiety. That's so cool. I hope you had fun going around the human body and trying to find out what our body does when it's anxious. And remember, all of what we've just witnessed, all of what we've just learned is all totally normal. You are totally normal if you experience any of those things. You guys have sat so well for so long, so I think we should find out what Percy Pink has in store for us next. And I'll catch you guys later.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Percy Pink Does a Game. I've not done a game before, so I'm really excited to see what I can do with you. Okay, are you ready? Okay, today's game is simple. All you need to do is clap. That sounds really easy. Yeah, I know. But it's a little bit of difference, okay? You do forward, back, backwards clap. Can you do that with me? Let's practice. Go forward and backwards. Forward and backwards. Yeah, I know. But here is the challenge. How many forwards and backwards claps you can do in 30 seconds? When I did this the other day, I done 73. Yeah, I know. I wonder how many you can get. So why don't you send them in to me or Mark at mark@loudwater.org. I'd love to see you do this. It'd be funny, you know. Yes, remember, forward back, backwards clap. See how you get on. You would like to pause this, or I'm going to give you 30 seconds to see how you get on. Are you ready? Okay, go. How did you get on? Was it fun? Yes, I know. Well done. I'm going to pass you back to Mark now so he can do some more stuff with you. Goodbye.
Earlier on, we went on a little journey around the body, didn't we? We explored what each part of our body does when anxiety kicks in. It's really important that you understand what your body does when it's anxious. Then you can better manage those anxious thoughts and feelings. But it's also important that whoever your adult is, whether that's your grandparents, your mum, your dad, your carer, your nanny, your step-parents, your brother, sister, whoever it is that looks after you, that they also understand what happens to your body and what signs to look for when you are anxious. So to do this, you need your parent or adult, whoever it is that looks after you, to do this next activity with you. What you need to do is go onto our website and print off whichever body you best relate to. Then you sit down with your adult and then you shade in, you colour in the area which really affects you when you're anxious. So I'll pick this one. And so when I'm anxious, I need the toilet. So I'd colour in where my bladder is. And I also get a really, really fast heartbeat. It's like it's going to come out of my chest. So I'd colour in that area there. So I know this is how I respond to anxiety. But then also your adults would also know what happens when you get anxious. So this is a really important exercise to do. Then maybe you can have a chat about anxiety with whoever your adult is, and there's some questions that you can go through with them as well. So that's the first task that you need to do. The second one's a little bit more fun, and it's making something I like to call a scare canister. Now this is taken from Monsters Inc. Those that have seen Monsters Inc. will know exactly what this is, but essentially it's where we're going to put our fears, the things that we are scared of, we're going to put in either of these tubs, whichever you decide to build. I made this from a Pringles, I made this from a kitchen towel, and I made this from toilet roll. You can choose whichever size you want to do, and then all you need to do is with your adult, or on your own if you'd prefer, is write down the things that you are afraid of, things that cause you harm or cause you anxiety. You then write it down, roll it up, and put it in your scare canister. We can then pray over those fears, those anxieties, the things that is causing you to feel the way you're feeling, and keep praying over it until it doesn't affect or bother you anymore. And that's why it's really important that your adult knows exactly what that is, because then they can pray over it too. This is a fun activity, but there is a serious side to it. The resources for this craft are on our website, so head over there and download them. You can obviously choose which size you want to do, cut it out, stick it on. It is a fun activity, but like I said, there is a serious side. I've had a lot of fun today, and I'm glad that we're able to talk about anxiety and really explore what it looks like. Next week, we're going to continue to see what it looks like, but emotionally, so how we respond emotionally and our behaviours and how that's impacted by anxiety. And we'll also have a load of fun in the process. So I'm going to pray and then we're finished. So let's close our eyes and bow our heads. Father God, thank you for today. Thank you that we can look and explore a topic like anxiety. Help us, Lord, understand it. Help us better manage it. Be with us this week. Help us have lots of fun. Keep us safe. In your name, amen. I'm looking forward to next week, guys. Have a great week, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.